Hello you guys, my name is Kendra. Welcome to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be doing this little fall look with you guys. I really love how this makeup came out today. I definitely feel that it gives fall vibes. So if you guys would like to see how I achieve this look, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright y'all, so I already did my eyebrows and I concealed them as well. My concealer is going to work as my eyeshadow base. So now my next step is going to be going in with some tape and then just putting it right here. That way my eyeshadow comes out very nice and sleek. Always try your best to do the tapes at the same angle. Obviously they're not always going to come out at the same angle, but do your best to try to make them almost the same. That way your eyeshadow comes out the same. Fall looks are definitely orange. Don't argue with me on that, okay? They're very bronzy, they're very orangey, browns, reds, all those colors. So I'm going to go in with my 35U Gilded Desert palette by Morphe. This is one of my favorite palettes from them because it has like all the nice browns, has the best white in here. I just love this palette. So I'm going to be going in with this shade right here, Dune Buggy. I'm just gonna pack my brush with it and dust a little bit off. And also the brushes I'm using are these little ColourPop eyeshadow brushes. They come in a set and I believe it's just 20 bucks for all of these brushes. So I don't know, I think that's a pretty good deal. I've never used them before, so we're about to see how good they are. So I'm just gonna bring this around my eye. I don't know if I want to do a cut crease, like a carved out cut crease, or if I just want to do like, okay, I'm just going to do like this. So bring this out straight and then just keep bringing this in. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start building up this eyeshadow to get it to the shade that I want it before I really go ahead and start blending it out. So I'm just adding in more eyeshadow, really packing it on. Y'all see how dark it's getting? Don't be scared. We're going to blend this out with a lighter color in just a bit. I'm just kind of adding it on so that I can get the best shade possible. So now I got both eyes the same. I just used that same eyeshadow. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with this color right here. Pack some on my brush. And I'm going to go ahead and start blending out the top part. Not too much, not too much. Just lightly blend it out. Because after this shade, I'm going to go in with a brush that has absolutely nothing on it. And I'm going to blend out the tops. It is so hard, y'all, to concentrate while you're doing eyeshadow. So bear with me. I don't usually do eyeshadow looks in my channel, but I'm trying to start. And it's a little bit difficult because eyeshadow looks are so precise and you know. So it's been about a minute and I'm still blending this out so that it doesn't look too harsh. Eyeshadow is really just being patient. That's all that it really is just having patience because it does take a while to blend out, but it is so worth it. I swear that like 2016 eyeshadow looks are coming back. It would be perfect if like we still did like 2016 eyeshadow, but we did our base like 2023. I feel like that would be like the perfect makeup because eyeshadow is just amazing. It's like doing art on your face. I don't know. I love doing eyeshadow. As y'all can see, this brush has absolutely not one thing on it, and I'm going to use that just to blend out the very, very top of my eyeshadow. That way it just blends a little bit more seamlessly onto my eyebrow. You know what else would be so cool if they brought it back? Lips. 2016 lips I feel like are like they're so cool because people would just use like any color. Like they would use blue, purple, maroon, any color you can think of, they were using it. And I just really liked that like era of makeup. The only thing that I would change would be like the eyebrows and like the base. But I just feel like they should bring back eyeshadow and lips from 2016. And I think that eyeshadow is coming back, to be honest. This is how my once white eyeshadow brush is looking now. She ain't white no more, so clearly she did her job. Alright, now I'm going to be going in with my Juvia's concealer and this flat brush. And I'm going to be carving out my eyelid before I go in with my darker eyeshadow onto my little outer V. I have a mirror over here, so that is why I'm like looking directly over here. This part stresses me out so much. Especially doing it on camera. Oh my god, I opened my eye. Okay, thank god it didn't go up. Okay, and now I'm just gonna bring it down. And then try not to leave like a straight line over here because we want it to like blend out a little bit better onto the dark eyeshadow that I am going to apply once I'm done adding this concealer. Y'all, this is hard. And then I hate like going like this because I'm so scared to get like forehead wrinkles. And I hate doing that, but this look just requires it. I cannot decide whether to set this with plain white, a nude, or like shimmer. It is a very hard decision for me right now. I think that this color right here would look super pretty, so I'm gonna try it. This is called Full of Flash from the same palette. My concealer is still wet, so let's go ahead and add this. I like to add this with my finger because I feel like adding like shimmery shades works works much better with your finger than with a brush. It is hard to be like super precise with your finger though, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect as long as it looks pretty. Alright, so this is how my eye is looking right now. So now from the same palette, I'm gonna go in with one of the dark browns that it has. So I can't decide between these two. I think I'm gonna just use this one. So this is called In the Deep. I'm just gonna pack some onto this brush, dust a little bit off, of course. And now I'm just gonna apply it to my outer V. Just like this. Just keep building it up. And then after we build it up to the shade that we want, then of course we're gonna go ahead and start blending that out. Just gonna grab a little bit more, dust some off. And I used to always wonder, like, why do people dust them off? Like, isn't that just like, doesn't that just make you have to get more? But now I understand, after all my years of doing my own makeup, I understand why people dust it off. So if you've always wondered, let me tell you, it's because it drops a lot of like excess eyeshadow onto your skin, which is pretty hard to take off. So that is the reason for dusting it off. And then I'm also bringing this in to the shimmer a little bit. That way it just blends in a little bit more seamlessly. Now, with the first brush that we used in the beginning, I'm going to blend out the top of this dark brown eyeshadow. Just a little bit. I hope that y'all can see because it would really suck if I record this video and y'all can't see anything that I'm doing. So now with the second fluffy brush that I used, I'm going to blend the top out once again, but going a little bit higher. This is how my eyeshadow is looking. I definitely feel that this gives a fall vibes for sure. But now I'm going to go in with my eyeliner, but I'm going to do this off camera because if y'all think that doing eyeshadow is hard on camera, just imagine doing eyeliner. So I'm going to do this real quick and then I will be right back. Alright, so now I have my eyeliner on and I'm going to go ahead and take off the tape. If you want to, you can like put a little bit of black eyeshadow and just smoke out your eyeliner a little bit. I personally don't want to do that because I'm going to go in with some pretty big eyelashes, but if you wanted to do that, it would make the look look a little bit more like smoky. I cannot talk, y'all. I always stutter whenever I'm recording, so y'all don't mind me. That's just a personal problem. So for my primer, I'm going to be using this Tula Skincare Filter Primer, Blurring and Moisturizing Primer. And this is in the shade Luna, which is for fair to light skin. I'm not too sure how I feel about this bronzer yet, seeing as I've only used it one other time. So I'm going to put, oh, I got it on my shirt. I'm going to put quite a bit on. It's very creamy. It's definitely not tacky like what I am used to using. And I don't really see any like shading on it, so I don't really know why it says for fair to light skin, because it really just, does it have shading? I don't know. I don't really see nothing, to be honest. Anyways, now I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow. This one is in the shade 2. I love Halo Glow. I love it so much. I will recommend it to anybody that wants to go for like a glowy look, or even if you don't like using a foundation. I feel like this just gives you like the prettiest little tint while also making you like so glowy. I just love this stuff. As y'all can hear, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I'm almost out. I need to get a new one. But since it is about to be, well, it is fall already, I'm gonna get the lightest shade because during this time I tend to get super light. For my foundation, I will be using the Born This Way foundation, and this is in the shade Ivory. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my finger and then just start rubbing it onto my face. I'm gonna blend this out with a brush before I blend it out with my sponge. I may have got a little bit too much, so don't put as much as me. Now I'm just blending this out a little bit with my Morphe brush. I kind of just do that just to get my foundation out, blend it out evenly before I go in with my little sponge. So I'm not really trying to like blend it out too much, because if y'all can tell, there's like very patchy. But the reason I do this is really just to like disperse my foundation evenly. So now that I did that, I'm gonna go in and spray my face with my Mario spray. That did not taste good at all. And I'm gonna go in with my sponge and then blend it out. I took a nap like 2 hours ago and I still have those like nap marks, and it's been like 2 hours. Like, excuse me, when are you gonna go away? Please go away now. Thank you. For my cream bronzer, I'm going to be using these two products. This is the Real Techniques brush, Expert Face brush, and then this is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Golden Days. I really found that I like these. I didn't think I was going to like them, but I do. I do really like them. I want to get the Juvia's Place one. I just haven't been to Ulta, but next time I go, I am definitely going to buy it because I just love Juvia's Place altogether. So I would imagine that I am also going to love that product. And again, I'm not going to blend this out perfectly with the brush. I will go in and blend it with a sponge. I'm just gonna go ahead and start building this up. So you could do a lot or you could do a little bit. I am personally more of a lot of bronzer kind of girl. So that would be your choice if you want this one or this one. So do as you please, girl. Do as you please. I cannot stand whenever I am doing my makeup and I get foundation on my hairline. Usually I use like one of these things, but the only reason that I'm not right now is because I'm making a video and I didn't want to look like a bald man. So that is literally the only reason that I don't have that on right now. Now I have a sponge that I use specifically for my cream or liquid bronzer. I'm going to go ahead and start blending this out. Also wanted to tell you guys that the reason that I also put so much bronzer, cream bronzer and liquid bronzer, is because I like to do my concealer last, and my concealer is super, super light. So I find that whenever I put on my concealer, my bronzer kind of just washes out. So I really like to pack on that cream bronzer. Also, for your cream bronzer, I would definitely recommend a brush or a sponge that is angled like this, because it really just helps blend out that bronzer a lot better. For my liquid blush, I'm going to be using this Juvia's Place blush, and this is in the shade Marigold. I love their cream blushes, but I find that you have to do, I would recommend at least that you do one side at a time, because this one dries pretty fast. So I would recommend that you do one side at a time, because the first time that I got it, I did both sides, and this side dried out super fast, and it was very, very, very hard to blend out. Y'all see how much like pigment that has? So I also have a sponge specifically for my blush. So I'm gonna go in with that sponge and just blend this out. It is super, super pink, but don't worry, because like I said, I like to go in with my concealer last, which really just kind of washes out the blush and the bronzer. For my concealer, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place concealer. I'm just going to place a little bit on the back of my hand, about 2 pumps in there, and then I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to pack a little bit on here and place it under my eyes. I'm not going to put too much because this concealer is very, very white. So I don't want it to like fully wash out all the work that I have created. So you would definitely be good with just like one of these. I went in twice, but you would definitely be good with just going in one time. I love Juvia's Place. I just am so obsessed with them. I always have been, and they are like so affordable, and their products are good. I feel like it's more of a full like coverage kind of thing, so if you don't really like full coverage, it's probably not for you. But their blushes are definitely for everyone, and that's for sure, because their blushes are amazing and I will rave about them forever. All right, now I'm gonna start blending out this concealer. I'm gonna start with my chin and my forehead before I go in to my under eyes, just so that I can let it sit for a little bit more time, so that way I can get the most coverage. I find when you let your concealer sit for a little bit, it really gives you the most coverage, because it gives it time to dry up a little bit. I live right next to the firehouse, so if y'all hear sirens, it's the fire trucks. So I'm gonna blend out the bottoms of the concealer first before I go in to the top part of the concealer. Again, just to let it sit for a few extra seconds before I blend it out. Oh, I ruined my eyeshadow a little bit there. Be very careful with your eyeshadow whenever you're using concealer, because one slight angle upwards and you'll literally just get concealer all over your eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna go in with my Fit Me pressed powder, and I'm going to set my under eyes. Blend that out a little bit first, that way I don't have any creases, and then just go ahead and start setting my under eyes before I crease. Alright, now that I have set with my pressed powder, I'm going to go in with my loose powder. This is from Morphe. This is the Bacon Set setting powder in the shade Brightening Pink. So it just has like a slight touch of pink. It's so freaking pretty. And I'm going to set my under eyes. I'm telling y'all that I cannot talk whenever I am recording. I don't know why. Whenever I took speech in college, my teacher told me that I stutter a lot and that I need to work on my hand gestures, because he says that sometimes they come off a little strong. But he said that that had to do with like me being nervous. So it's probably why, y'all. So y'all don't mind me stuttering, and y'all don't mind my hand gestures, all right? All right, now I'm gonna also bring this into my nose like this. Obviously, I'm gonna like straighten that out. I'm really just trying to kind of carve out my nose. Now I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place bronzer, and I'm just gonna pack in a little bit onto my brush. Oh my gosh, I feel like I have to sneeze because I have something in my nose. So don't mind me. And I'm just gonna add a little bit onto here. Not too much. I don't want to go like super, super bronze today. I am definitely going to be adding some more bronzer. Alright, now I'm going to go in with this MAC blush, and this is in the shade Fairly Precious. It has a bit of a shimmer to it. I don't know if y'all can see it. And I'm just going to pack this on top. I feel like these don't have as much pigment as I would like for them to have, but I paid good money for this, so I'm going to use it, okay? Because I'm definitely not a return person, not because I have money, but because I'm too lazy to go to the store and return it. Well, to go to the post office, because I be ordering everything online. I don't even like to go to the store, so that should tell y'all enough right there. On top of that, I'm going to go on and put this e.l.f. blush on it. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This one's very pigmented, so I'm not going to put too much on my brush because this one is super pigmented. Y'all see? I put like the smallest amount onto my brush and the color just comes off right away. All right. Under my eyes, I'm going to go in with some yellow because I feel like that definitely gives off like October, November vibes. And I'm just going to put it on the bottom part of my eyes and just bring it in. I'm going to have to keep building this up because the yellow is not coming off all that much. There she comes. There she comes. She's coming to life. Oh, I cannot stop blinking, I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna go in with my Morphe setting spray. This is the luminous one. I prefer the black bottle. I'm just trying to finish this bottle before I go back and get the black bottles, but just FYI, I definitely prefer the black bottle. I'm putting on some eyebrow gel. This is the NYX Brow Glue in the shade Dark Brown. I love the tinted ones because I find that sometimes after I do my whole makeup, my eyebrows look very ashy because of the fallout from like the setting powders and stuff. And I find that tinted eyebrow gel really helps get rid of that. Before I go in with my eyelashes, I'm going to line my lips with this red kind of brown that I have. It's from NYX and it's in the shade Cold Brew. So I'm just gonna line my lips and then I'll probably just put a little bit of gloss. Right, for the gloss, I just used this Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Ice, which is supposed to be clear, but obviously it's not clear anymore because I put it on top of all of my little looks, so it's not clear no more, but it's supposed to be clear. And these smell so good. These are some of my absolute favorite lip glosses, so I definitely recommend these to y'all. And I'm gonna go put on my eyelashes really quick and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, so now I'm just putting on a little bit of mascara and then I will be done. All right, you guys, so this is it for my little fall makeup look. I really hope you guys liked it. I really like how it came out. If you guys liked how it came out, go ahead and like this video and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.